Kavanaugh hearings on the allegations. Let's bring in Angela Reddock-Wright, founding and managing partner of the Reddock Law Group, a firm specializing in arbitration and investigation. She joins us from Los Angeles. Angela, do these latest developments, the fact that President Trump has given the FBI 1 week to investigate these allegations, do they make Kavanaugh's confirmation more or less likely?
Well, thank you. It appears that even with the additional 7 days to investigate, that the Senate will continue to move forward and push for a vote for Kavanaugh's confirmation. I do hope, however, as an investigator myself, that if the FBI is not able to gather all the information or to interview all of the witnesses that they need to interview in order to have all of the facts and information to get the true story, that the Senate will continue this hearing and will continue to confirmation as long as needed, so that we, the public, and that everyone knows the truth and that it's not pushed forward just in the interest of getting the confirmation.
And Angela, do you think 1 week is really enough for FBI to get to the bottom of this?
Most likely not. I mean, of course, the FBI has all the resources in the world, and they have a team that could go out and make this a priority. But the reality is they have to track down witnesses. They have to interview those witnesses. If those witnesses lead to other information or documents or other witnesses, they need time to trace all of those opportunities and to trace that evidence. So 1 week just may not be enough. And I truly hope that the Senate will consider that, and if need be, will provide the FBI more time to investigate.
Watching the proceedings for you, what were the key moments?
Well, certainly Dr. Ford, hearing her story from her directly, hearing the details of what she recalls happened at that high school party, it was just riveting. And I found her to be quite credible when we look at the consistency in her statements. When, with her own admission, she says that there are things that she didn't remember, but the things that she did remember are things that I found to be quite believable and credible. What stood out also is Justice Kavanaugh and his response to the allegations. Many of the senators applauded Justice Kavanaugh for being so forthcoming and for his education and for his career pathway. But really, when we look at attorneys and when attorneys are evaluated, we're evaluated on two things. We're our professional careers and our education and passing the bar, but also on our moral character. And I think that's important, that the FBI is taking the time to do the due diligence so that we know what Justice Kavanaugh's true moral character is. And yesterday, he kind of gave us a window to that. We saw what he's really made of. And I think this investigation will provide even more information.
Angela, why do you think these hearings, the allegations, Kavanaugh's response, why have they generated so much interest, not just in the United States, but really around the world?
Because this is the United States Supreme Court, and if Justice Kavanaugh is confirmed, then it will create a majority conservative court, and of course that will impact issues that impact the world, from civil rights to women's issues to immigration issues. And statistics show that women around the world, the billions of women around the world, that more than 75% of women have experienced some form of sexual harassment or sexual assault. So this not only impacts the women in the United States, it impacts women around the world. And as the saying goes, so goes the U.S., so goes the rest of the world. And if we in the U.S., we see ourselves as the moral arc of the world, then this is important, that we do the due diligence that we need to do, and that we take the proper steps to do the right thing.
And finally, Angela, do you believe the emergence of the Me Too movement, has that made it easier for victims to come forward?
Most definitely. It's been approximately 1 year since the Me Too movement started, and we've seen a number of women come forward. And just this week with the Kavanaugh hearings, I'm a big fan of social media, and I've seen women, just everyday women, going on social media and sharing their stories of what happened to them years ago. And so it just says that many women have been holding these stories in, they've been holding these situations in, and now they're feeling more comfortable coming forward. forward. And I think that in step of the investigation, particularly if it's done properly and particularly if it's given the time that's needed to conduct a true, thorough investigation, I think it will send the right message to women that if you come forward, your claims will be taken seriously and you will be supported.
Well, we certainly hope so. Angela Reddock-Wright, thank you so much.